So, and that brings us to our final song. And I've heard it has quite the backstory. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, this last song is called No More Lemmings. And so the backstory, this is an interesting story, but it's also, a little bit of a poignant story. It goes back a long time. I was doing my student teaching, so this tells you how long ago it was. I was doing my student teaching, and I was working at a middle school in St. Paul, and I came across something. I was young and naive and didn't really know a whole lot, but one of my students gave me, sat down and during a conference that we were having, mentioned that she was having some thoughts of self-harm. And, I wasn't exactly sure what to do with that. Unfortunately, I was able to speak with with my cooperating teacher and get her some help right away. And I was introduced to just the whole concept and idea of young people wanting to do self-harm. And so I started doing some research into it, and I was just absolutely horrified to understand that suicide is the leading cause of young people, adolescents, which makes sense to a certain extent. Health-wise, usually they're healthy, so when there is mortality, it's usually because of self-harm. So I started looking into that a little bit. I also discovered just a phenomenon that just really blew me away, and this was happening at the time, and it was getting quite a bit of headlines and publicity throughout the country, where there would be a young person who would take their own life. And just the really sad thing was that there would be copycat suicides. There would be their friends or people that had heard about this would take their own lives in the same way, in the same fashion that the original person had done it. And this was just heartbreaking, to me as I'm reading about this and discovering this, and all I could think of, was, lemmings.
Yes, because they follow each other.
Headlong rush to their own destruction.
Yeah,
and all these thoughts were going through my head, and that evening, quite by coincidence, that evening there was a concert. I went to a concert. I went to see the Grateful Dead, Bob Dylan, and Tom Petty at the Metrodome. Now the sound was horrible. This is like the absolute worst thing ever. The concert was supposed to start at 7, so I got there at 8:30 because I knew the Dead would start, and I wanted to avoid the Dead at all costs. Unfortunately, they were still playing when I got there, so I had to endure them for a while, and then Tom Petty came on, and he sang Refugee, the song Refugee, which is a great song. It's a great Tom Petty tune.
Yes.
And something about that tune and everything else just resonated with me. And I went back and that song inspired No More Lemmings as far as the little bit of the format and the feel and everything else, but the rest of the words just kind of came speaking about really a very serious topic, and one that concerns me to this day. And so that was really the story behind No More Lemmings, and that was the title song on the album that I recorded, and along with these other songs that we talked about today as well.
But I heard the song Refugee, and I listened to Refugee, and this song is inspired by that. Here's the hideous one sweeping through the land, and I wrote this down to take you now, spinning out of hand. Children are thin, they're just in the way. Charlatans are telling there'll never be a brighter day, and the rock stars are singing, giving three hands to the There's a brand new